As explained in the DNS beacon detection scenario, one of the commonly used protocols for command and control activity is HTTP, or more often HTTPS. We also mentioned that the beacon activity is a bit harder to detect since it usually has a low frequency. That's why a scheduled alert with a search query that is spanning a large time interval is well suited to this job. Let us make sure that we have a live HTTP beacon running on the target network. We will use ACKLOG's powerful search grammar to generate new fields out of existing fields for our purposes. Feel free to stop the video to analyze the search query. In summary, we will aggregate the number of HTTP requests per each source IP and destination IP pair. Although some command and control frameworks offer a jitter option in creating their beacon agents, we can expect the standard deviation of the number of beacon activities for wide enough time intervals to be low. That's why we will use statistical alert rule to detect HTTP beacon activity just as we did for detecting DNS beacon activity in another scenario. To see the result of the scheduled alert, let's schedule it for a minute later. We will start monitoring the scheduled alert rule we just defined. We identified the foothold machine which is communicating with the command and control server. However, since beacon activity is hard to differentiate from normal traffic, such an alert is likely to produce false positive results. A security analyst should be familiar with their network to create better alerts and eliminate false positive results. With this search statement, we will focus on the activities occurring during non-business hours. In this scenario, we will use the number of occurrence scheduled rule type to identify potential HTTP beacon activities. Let's test our scheduled alert to see if it will produce a match with the current data. To see the result of the scheduled alert, let's schedule it for a minute later. We will start monitoring the scheduled alert rule we just defined. We identified a potential HTTP beacon activity with another scheduled alert type. Don't forget that beacon activities are hard to differentiate from normal activity, such as checking for updates and other legitimate periodic requests. That's why it is important to know your network, so that you can eliminate false positives as much as possible. That's all for identifying HTTP beacon activity. See you in other advanced persistent threat detection and threat hunting scenarios with ACKLOG.